Hey, so I wanted to film a couple things for you to try with Harry to work on his distractions and kind of have fun with him. So when I say kind of, you're going to have fun. Harry may or may not have fun with this. Ideally, it is fun for him, but being that he is his lovely stubborn self, it might be a give and take. So we've talked about name game, where he has to sit and look at you, and this is the default expectation as he goes through doorways, as you do stuff. Like, this is the expectation. What I want you to start doing little times throughout your day, it can be 2 or 3 times a week, but when you're taking him on a walk, we've kind of talked about the slip leash. I want you to do belt leash work. So you're going to put him on the slip leash, whether it's a carabiner, it's a belt, somehow attach him to you where your hand's free. And then you're going to clean the house, move around, pick up and put, whatever short time span that you have focus on. And he is stuck with you. So where you're going to be like, okay, let's go. And you're going to just start walking. Now, he is going to drag you just a little bit. He is going to put the brakes on. As you do this and as you walk, one, be careful, please. He's a good size for a speed bump. You're just going to go about your day. You're going to clean things up. You're going to pick things around. Oh, we're going to pick up this toy. We're going to go put it over here. The idea is that he has to pay attention to you. And you will bump into him a little bit. Notice that when I turned, I did bump his head a little bit because he was kind of in the way. And I'm going. You're going to walk around your house and not look at your dog. You're going to pretend that you have a fancy thing attached to you. Not that it's this lovely gentleman. The idea behind this is that he has to pay attention to you versus you paying attention to him. This is going to help him start understanding that boundary work, but also what does he have to focus with? You got to get him, the biggest thing for him is doing that math homework. He doesn't see the payout of doing mental enrichment. So the more that we get his brain thinking, the more comfortable and calm that he is going to become, and the more that we can work with him down the road. So this already is a huge improvement where he's like, yep, I know my expectation. I'm going to sit here. Now, I am giving him little treats as we do this to reinforce, yes, you're doing it, woohoo! But you can use his breakfast, his dinner. You can use a little bit of treats throughout the day while you're doing this to reinforce it. But you can also give him, oh, good boy, Harry. Yeah, that's good boy. As praise. It doesn't always have to be food-based, though he does love food-based. So practice that belt leash, set your timer for 15-20 minutes, do something throughout the house. You can do this on walks, but I would recommend, right now it's just so hot, in-house is probably going to be your easiest format. Now, whether you have a 4-foot slip lead or a 6-foot slip lead, how you use this is going to be the same. So I'll demonstrate really quickly. On a 6-foot, you'll be able to see it, I think, a little bit better on the video. So when you place your slip lead, biggest thing with slip leads is that when it's on a dog, there should never be consistent tension. We always want it to be like loose. Like, think of the like it's on, and then, hey, I need you to focus, and then it loosens up again. When you stick it on him, placement is important. You're going to do it right behind his ears. Harry, come here. So right behind his ears. You're going to take this leather notch right here. You're going to put it down. Now, this isn't going, you don't have to make it super, super tight, but that just kind of holds it so it stays up here. We do not want it down here where that's the trachea. That's where we have more issues when the slip leads are down there. So think of it like above his normal collar. If you have his tags on that, it's above that. So right up above his head. A little slippage is normal, and especially with his beefy neck, you're going to get a little bit more mindful of his rolls. So when you're walking him, no matter the length of the leash, when you're using a slip lead, I want you to think of it like you're riding a bicycle. So when you're riding a bicycle, your hands are generally like this. I can do this. So whichever side Harry is on, your opposite hand is going to be your anchor hand. So if I'm going to walk him on my right side, my left hand becomes my anchor hand. So I like to put that leash on my thumb, and that way I can hold it. It's not going to go anywhere. This is just a secondary backup. This hand, the side that he is on, is going to be my talking hand. So this is the hand that's going to go up and down the leash and be the leash that gives him corrections, be the leash that says, hey, I need you to do something, and chooses how much leash we have. So come on, Harry. Come on. Yes, good boy. So when you're walking with him, and I'm going to give us some space, when you're walking with him, hi, good boy. The idea is that your arms are down by your side. A lot of times we as humans do T-Rex arms because we feel more comfortable up here. So bring your arms down, and it's all about where your movement is. Good boy, yes! Now, as a dog, his right for walks is right here. From his nose to his butt, because he's a little bit shorter dog and smaller dog, that's his right to walk right next to you. It's a privilege to be ahead, to be off to the side, to even be behind you. That's his privilege. It's something that he has to earn. So if he's being appropriate, cool, you can have more space. Not being appropriate, cool. You're gonna come right next to me again. It's kind of like a little kid. We're gonna hold hands now. Now, when you do this, you can change what your expectation is, but you are setting the expectation. So when you do walks, come on, Harry. When you do walks, it's not your walk. Well, it's not Harry's walk, it's your walk, which realistically it's Harry's walk. But if you have the mindfulness that it's yours, it will change his expectation and his behaviors. Come on. Good, yes. Now, when you do walks, you're gonna have more of a problem of him pulling behind you than him pulling you. Let me know if you have situations where he does pull you in front. I would love to know them so we can work on them. Yes, good boy. But how I teach tension and release is by going back and forth. It becomes a game. Yes, that's good boy. It becomes a game of, are you going to pay attention to where I'm at? So as we're walking, we're walking, and then I change directions. And then he's like, oh, I got to follow. The leash is nice and loose. Yes, that's good boy. Oh, that was a lot of slobber. That was a lot of slobber, dude. The idea behind this when you're walking is, okay, let's go. Good boy. You just go off. And when he does pull behind you, I want you to do like a little like tug, and then he should just walk and trot right next to you. Yes, If he's trying to go off somewhere else, so he's wanting to sniff something, he wants to go pee on something, and you're like, no, we can't do that right now. You're just going to give him that negative marker. You can give him a little hey focus, and then keep going. Your feet on your walks should not stop. It's your walk, not his, even though I know it really is his walk. It's teaching him how to have structured time. It's kind of like when we work on boredom training where you're just stuck with me. We're going to watch a TV show and you're just going to chill and you're stuck on leash. Think of it in like human terms, like you're in the house and you keep your shoes on. Your brain knows something else is going to happen because you haven't fully relaxed by not taking off your shoes. Same thing with that slip blade. It's all about that mental engagement. Good boy. Yeah, it does, good boy. This is going to help when we get startled because, hey, right here, it's a safe space. Whether it's this side or this side, it really doesn't matter on leash work as long as he's not crossing in front. That's my only hard expectation. Now, if you want something else, let me know. We can reset those expectations. But for right now, I'm cool with him chilling on either side as long as he's not crisscrossing in front. This is the expectation I want with him. And he pretty much does this with you when I've seen you guys come in and out of the facility. This is even better. This I'm actually going to pay him for because he did it without me prompting. He is starting to show those pleasing behaviors of, oh, I know what to do. If I do it, he's like, oh, what am I going to get for this? Yes, good boy. Yes, this motivation is here right now, but we will get rid of this and fade it out where he wants to do this no matter what he gets or doesn't get. So we've talked a little about leash work. We've talked about some boredom training, belt training. So here's what I want you to do with Leave It. I want you to find things that Harry really likes. Food, but it can be toys, it can be whatever. And I want you to purposely so I'm going to take some of the sausage sticks that I have. These are just pre-cut before I start breaking them up for dogs. Oops. And I want you to start placing them. Yes, good boy. Placing them right at his eye level. You can do it on the ground, but that's going to be a lot harder. That's probably the hardest level, Leave It, than doing it on a coffee table, on a chair, on a counter. So when you do this, you're going to put them on there. You're going to step in front of him when he tries to go for it. You're going to tell him, Leave it. Yes, good boy. Can you walk away? Yes, good boy doesn't mean take it. Doesn't mean a release of now you can have it. Can you call him over to you? Harry. Come on. Come on. That's a good boy. Oh, man. You're really thinking. Yes. Good job, buddy. Can we walk past the treat? Leave it. Come on. No, sir. Come on. Yes. Can we choose to walk past the thing he really wants and ignore his impulse to just eat it? This can turn into a dog, a bird, a bouncing ball, a person, something that's scary or exciting. But this is that practice of, you're gonna have to ignore this. I told you, leave it. Ideally, you can put your food down, go into your kitchen, grab a drink, come back out, and your food's still there. Yes, good boy. But practice this with things that he loves, he gets. His favorite bone, his favorite toy, his bowl of food, on different objects, different sizes, different levels. You can do this on the ground. Just be ready to step in front of him. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes. What I'm looking for, what I want you to look for, is him making that choice to ignore this and keep walking towards you. Yes. Good boy. Have fun with this. Be ridiculous with this. And let me know how it goes.